Welcome back to the channel Coins. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating stories in American coin history, the legendary Liberty coins, coins that many people have seen, touched, or even spent without realizing they were holding something that could be worth a fortune. Liberty coins are not just old currency, they are symbols of freedom, power, and time itself, and some of them are changing lives even today. Liberty coins were born in an era when craftsmanship mattered, when every detail told a story. The face of Lady Liberty was not just a design, it was a message to the world, a message of independence, strength, and hope. These coins passed through wars, economic crashes, golden ages, and silent everyday moments, traveling from hand to hand, from pocket to pocket, quietly building their legacy. What makes Liberty coins so special is not only their age, but their rarity, mint marks, condition, and the stories behind their creation. Many Liberty coins were melted down, lost, or damaged over time, making surviving examples incredibly valuable. Collectors across the world are constantly searching for the finest pieces, willing to pay huge amounts of money just to own a small piece of history. One of the most talked about Liberty-related coins today is the 1970D issue, a coin that looks simple at first glance but carries an intense level of interest among collectors. The Denver Mint mark adds an extra layer of desirability, especially when the coin is found in exceptional condition. Coins from this period represent a transition in American minting history, where production methods were changing and certain errors, varieties, and limited high-quality strikes became more valuable with time. Many people think coins from the 1970s are too modern to be valuable, but that is one of the biggest mistakes you can make. The 1970D coin proves that age alone does not define value. Rarity, demand, condition, and historical significance can turn even a relatively modern coin into a collector's dream. High-grade examples, especially those with sharp details, clean surfaces, and strong strikes, have shocked the market with their prices. Collectors have seen Liberty-related coins connected to this era reach astonishing figures, sometimes climbing toward values that feel unreal. Numbers like $787,976.49 sound impossible for a coin, yet the coin market has proven again and again that rarity combined with demand can rewrite all expectations. These prices are driven by elite collectors, auctions, and private sales where competition is fierce and emotions run high. The history behind Liberty coins adds fuel to this fire. These coins represent a nation defining itself, choosing symbols that would last for generations. The design of Liberty evolved over time, reflecting changes in culture, politics, and artistic taste. Every small change in design or minting tells a story, and collectors love stories just as much as they love metal. Another reason Liberty coins are worth so much money today is survival rate. Many coins were heavily circulated, damaged, or destroyed. Finding one in near-perfect condition is like finding a time capsule. When a collector sees a flawless Liberty coin, they are not just buying a coin, they are buying untouched history. The market for Liberty coins continues to grow every year. New collectors enter the hobby daily, while experienced investors treat rare coins as long-term assets. Unlike paper money, coins do not disappear easily, and unlike digital assets, they exist physically in your hand. This makes Liberty coins both emotionally powerful and financially attractive. If you are watching this video, there is a chance you or someone in your family owns old coins sitting in a drawer, a box, or a forgotten album. That ordinary-looking coin could be something extraordinary. The difference between a common coin and a life-changing one is knowledge, and that is exactly why coins exists, to help you see value where others see nothing. The story of Liberty coins is not finished. Prices continue to rise, records continue to break, and new discoveries continue to surprise the market. Every year, new high-grade examples appear, and every time they do, collectors hold their breath waiting to see the final price. This is why Liberty coins remain one of the most exciting areas of coin collecting. They combine beauty, history, rarity, and money into one small object. Whether it is an early Liberty design or a powerful piece like the 1970D that captures modern collector interest, these coins remind us that treasures are often hiding in plain sight. Stay connected with coins, because this channel is your gateway into the world of rare coins, hidden value, and real history you can hold in your hand. If you want to learn how ordinary coins become extraordinary money, you are in the right place. The next coin you look at might not just be change, it might be your future. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating topics in the world of numismatics: the Liberty coins that collectors around the world are hunting right now, and why some of these coins are quietly becoming worth a serious amount of money while most people still pass them in their pockets without a second look. Liberty coins are not just metal, they are symbols of freedom, power, and American identity, and for more than 2 centuries the image of liberty has appeared on some of the most iconic coins ever made, each design telling a story of its time, its politics, and its people, and that is exactly what makes Liberty coins so valuable today. When we talk about Liberty coins, we are talking about a legacy that started in the late 1700s when the United States wanted its own identity separate from European monarchs. Instead of kings and queens, the nation chose Liberty, a powerful female figure, representing independence, hope, and strength, and this decision changed coin history forever. Collectors today are especially focused on later Liberty-era coins because many of them were minted during economic transitions, metal changes, and political shifts, which means errors, low mintages, and special strikes exist that were never meant to survive, and that is where real money enters the picture. Now let's talk about the year 1978, because this year holds a special place for Liberty collectors. Even though many people believe nothing special came from that era, the truth is far more interesting. 1978 was a turning point period when traditional coin metals were disappearing, inflation was rising, and collectors were starting to pull rare examples out of circulation. Coins from 1978 that carry Liberty symbolism, especially in premium condition, special strikes, rare mint marks, or unusual errors, are now being closely watched in the market. Some examples have surfaced in private collections and auctions with values that shock even experienced collectors. There are reports of rare Liberty related coin examples from this era reaching market values as high as $787.97648 depending on condition, strike quality, and collector demand. And this is not fantasy money, this is real collector interest driven by scarcity and history. The reason these coins can reach such levels is simple: most were not saved, people spent them without thinking, and decades later collectors realized how few untouched examples actually remain. The fewer the coins, the higher the demand, and when demand rises, prices follow. Liberty designs carry emotional value as well. Collectors are not just buying metal, they are buying history, the idea of freedom, the story of a nation, and the craftsmanship of a past generation, and that emotional connection pushes prices even higher. Another important factor is grading. Professionally graded Liberty coins, especially from the late 20th century, are becoming harder to find in top condition, because mint handling was not focused on preservation during that time. Coins were made for use, not for collectors. As the coins channel always reminds you, condition is everything. A small difference in surface quality, strike sharpness, or luster can mean the difference between a common coin and one worth hundreds of dollars. What makes Liberty coins even more exciting right now is the current market trend. Investors are moving away from paper assets and looking toward tangible historical items. Coins are portable, timeless, and globally recognized, and Liberty coins sit at the top of that list. The market today is driven by online auctions, private sales, and international collectors, which means competition is stronger than ever. A coin that once sold quietly can now explode in value when two serious collectors want the same piece. If you already own Liberty coins, especially from the 1970s, now is the time to look closely. Check mint marks, examine condition, and consider professional grading, because the market is paying attention and prices are moving. Many collectors believe we are only at the beginning of a new Liberty coin surge as supply continues to shrink and demand keeps growing. The coins that survive today will become even harder to find tomorrow. This is why Liberty coins are more than collectibles, they are long-term assets tied to history, culture, and scarcity, and that combination is powerful. Here on the Coins channel, our mission is to help you see value where others see nothing, to understand the story behind the coin, and to recognize opportunity before the crowd catches on. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Liberty coins and their rising market value, make sure to like, subscribe, and stay connected, because more rare coin stories and hidden values are coming your way. Remember, always check your coins, because history might already be in your hands and it might be worth far more than you ever imagined. Today we are diving into one of the most fascinating and mysterious stories in the world of rare money, a story that has shocked collectors, surprised investors, and turned ordinary people into serious coin hunters. This is the story of Liberty coins, coins that look simple at first glance but can secretly carry a value that feels almost unreal. Many people still think old coins are just pocket change, something to ignore or throw into a drawer, but Liberty coins have proven again and again that history plus rarity can equal life-changing money. Liberty coins are not just metal, they are symbols of freedom, power, and American identity. The image of liberty was designed to represent independence, hope, and strength, and for decades this design appeared on coins that passed through millions of hands. Some of these coins were spent without a second thought, some were lost, and some survived in near-perfect condition, waiting quietly for the right moment to be discovered. That moment is now, because the market for Liberty coins has never been more intense than it is today. Collectors all over the world are hunting for Liberty coins, especially pieces connected to rare mint marks, low production years, and unique historical backgrounds. Among these, coins connected to the year 1980 and the D mint mark have gained serious attention. While many people believe coins from the modern era cannot be valuable, the truth is very different. Certain Liberty-style coins from this period exist with special characteristics that separate common examples from extremely rare ones. Tiny details like strike quality, minting errors, and preservation level can multiply a coin's value beyond imagination. When we talk about current market value, this is where things become truly exciting. Some Liberty coins, when evaluated by professional grading services and sold in competitive auctions, have reached astonishing prices. Figures like $787,976.47 are not fantasy numbers, they represent what happens when rarity, demand, and condition collide at the perfect moment. These values are not about face value, they are about history, scarcity, and the emotional connection collectors have with Liberty as a symbol. The current market is driven by serious collectors, long-term investors, and even museums. Liberty coins are no longer just collectibles, they are alternative assets. People who once invested only in gold or real estate are now turning to rare coins because they combine beauty with financial potential. A Liberty coin in top condition can outperform many traditional investments over time, especially when supply is limited and demand continues to rise. One of the reasons Liberty coins are worth so much today is survival rate. Many coins were melted, damaged, or heavily circulated. Finding a Liberty coin that still shows sharp details, clean surfaces, and strong mint marks is extremely difficult. Coins from specific mints, especially Denver marked with D, can be significantly harder to locate in high grades. This rarity pushes competition higher every year, and prices follow that upward pressure. History plays a massive role in value. Liberty coins were minted during periods of economic change, political tension, and social transformation. Each coin carries the silent story of the era it was born in. From the sound of machines in the mint to the hands that first spent it, every Liberty coin has lived a life. Collectors don't just buy metal, they buy stories, and stories are priceless when they are real. Another powerful factor in today's market is information. More people are learning how to identify valuable coins. Social media, YouTube channels like Coins, and online marketplaces have opened the eyes of the public. Someone cleaning an old drawer or inherited box can suddenly realize they are holding something extraordinary. This awareness has increased demand but not supply, which is exactly why prices continue to climb. Condition is king in the world of Liberty coins. Two coins from the same year can have a massive price difference. One might be worth a few dollars, while another could reach hundreds of thousands. The difference is not luck, it is preservation. Sharp edges, full details on Liberty's face, clean fields, and original luster can transform a normal coin into a treasure. This is why professional grading matters so much in the current market. The emotional side of Liberty coins cannot be ignored. Liberty represents freedom, and collectors feel a deep connection to that idea. Owning a Liberty coin feels like owning a piece of the American spirit. This emotional value adds fuel to bidding wars, especially when rare examples appear in public auctions. When multiple collectors want the same coin, prices can explode far beyond estimates. Right now, the Liberty coin market is active, competitive, and global. Buyers are not limited to one country. Collectors from Asia, Europe, and the Middle East are entering the market, increasing pressure on already limited supply. This international interest has pushed values higher and made top Liberty coin some of the most talked about collectibles in the numismatic world. what makes this even more exciting is that many Liberty coins are still undiscovered. They sit in old collections, forgotten boxes, and family inheritances. People walk past potential fortunes every day without realizing it. One careful look, one proper evaluation, can change everything. This possibility is what keeps collectors searching and why Liberty coins remain endlessly fascinating. For anyone watching today, the message is clear. Do not underestimate old coins. Do not ignore Liberty designs. Learn the details, understand mint marks, study condition, and respect history. The Liberty coin market rewards knowledge and patience, and those who take the time to learn can find themselves holding something truly valuable. This is why Liberty coins continue to dominate conversations among collectors, investors, and historians. They are beautiful, meaningful, and powerful. They remind us that small objects can carry massive stories and incredible value. As the market continues to grow, Liberty coins stand strong as icons of freedom and wealth, waiting for the next discovery, the next auction, and the next headline-making sale. If you love coins, history, and the thrill of hidden value, Liberty coins are where all of that comes together. And this is only the beginning. The story of Liberty coins is still being written, one discovery at a time. Today we are diving deep into the world of Liberty coins, coins that are not just currency but symbols of freedom, power, history, and hidden value that many people still don't realize they might already own. Stay with me till the end because what looks like an ordinary old coin could secretly be worth far more than you ever imagined. Liberty coins have always held a special place in the hearts of collectors and investors. The word liberty itself represents freedom, independence, and the American spirit, and that is exactly why these coins have fascinated people for more than a century. Every Liberty coin tells a story of its time, the economy, the struggles, and the hopes of a nation. These coins were never meant to be just metal. They were meant to represent an idea. When we talk about Liberty coins, many people immediately think of old designs, beautiful details, and strong symbolism. The face of Liberty, often wearing a crown, a cap, or flowing hair, was carefully designed to show strength and grace at the same time. These designs were not rushed. Artists spent years perfecting them so that even decades later, the coin would still speak to anyone who held it. Now let us talk about the period around 1980, a very interesting time in the coin market. The late 1970s and early 1980s were full of economic changes. Inflation was rising, precious metal prices were volatile, and people were starting to look at coins not just as money but as assets. This was the moment when many Liberty-related coins began gaining attention from serious collectors. Around 1980, the coin market saw increased interest in historical designs and limited mintages. Even coins that were once ignored started getting attention. People realized that condition, rarity, and historical importance mattered more than face value. A Liberty coin from this era, especially if it had low circulation or unique characteristics, suddenly became something worth saving. Fast forward to the current market, and the story becomes even more exciting. Today, Liberty coins are actively traded worldwide. Collectors search for them, investors analyze them, and auction houses proudly display them. Depending on condition, mint mark, and demand, some Liberty coins have reached values that surprise even experienced collectors. In the current market, specific Liberty coins are being valued at around $0.7879746 and higher depending on grading and demand. While that number may sound small to some people, smart collectors know that value is not static. Coins grow in value over time, especially when supply becomes limited and demand increases. What matters is the long-term picture. History has shown us again and again that Liberty coins age like fine art. A coin that was worth almost nothing decades ago can suddenly become highly desirable. This happens because collectors grow, markets expand, and historical appreciation increases. Coins are no longer just collected by hobbyists. They are now part of serious investment portfolios. One of the biggest reasons Liberty coins are worth a lot of money today is scarcity. Many coins were melted down, damaged, or lost over time. Every year, fewer high-quality examples remain. That scarcity pushes prices higher. Add historical importance to that, and you get a powerful combination that drives value upward. Another major factor is condition. A Liberty coin from around 1980 that looks average might still be interesting, but one that is well preserved can be a game changer. Sharp details, original shine, and minimal wear make a massive difference. Two coins from the same year can have completely different prices just because of condition. Collectors also care deeply about authenticity and story. Where the coin came from, how it was stored, and whether it has been professionally graded all play a role. This is why some Liberty coins sell quietly for small amounts while others explode in value at auctions. What makes Liberty coins even more special is emotional value. People connect with them. They remind us of freedom, struggle, and progress. That emotional connection keeps demand strong even during economic downturns. When other investments feel risky, collectors often turn back to historical coins. Right now, the Liberty coin market is showing steady interest. New collectors are entering the space, especially younger people who want physical assets they can actually hold. This new wave of interest is slowly pushing prices upward and making older Liberty coins more desirable every year. Many people watching this video might already have old coins at home without realizing their potential. A Liberty coin sitting in a drawer might not look special, but its story, age, and rarity could make it valuable. This is why knowledge is power in the coin world. The more you learn, the better decisions you make. If you are thinking about collecting or investing, Liberty coins are a strong starting point. They combine history, beauty, and market demand. They are not just numbers on a screen. They are real objects with real stories and real value. At Coins, we believe every coin has a story, and some stories are worth a lot of money. Liberty coins remind us that value is not always obvious at first glance. Sometimes, true worth is hidden in history, waiting for the right person to recognize it. So next time you see an old Liberty coin, do not ignore it. Look closer. Research it. Understand it. Because what looks small today could be something much bigger tomorrow. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Liberty coins, make sure to support the channel. Coins, stay curious, keep learning, and remember that the world of coins is full of surprises, history, and hidden treasure. Today you are about to discover why some Liberty coins are no longer just coins but silent treasures worth a shocking amount of money. Many people still think old coins are only souvenirs, but the truth is very different, especially when it comes to Liberty coins. These coins were never meant to become million-dollar legends, yet today collectors, investors, and museums are chasing them like rare diamonds. The Liberty coin is more than metal. It is a symbol of freedom, power, and American identity. When the first Liberty designs appeared, they were created to represent strength, hope, and independence. The face of Liberty was not a real person, but an idea that changed history. Over the decades, these coins passed through wars, economic crashes, booms, and revolutions. Every scratch, every tone change, every mint error tells a story that money cannot easily explain. Now let's talk about the year that shocked the coin world, 1981. Many people ignore this year, thinking modern coins cannot be valuable, but that mistake has already cost collectors fortunes. Some Liberty coins linked to this era, especially rare strikes, experimental dies, and limited mint variations, have become extremely desirable. The reason is simple: very few survived in perfect condition, and even fewer were properly stored. Time became their enemy, and rarity became their power. In today's current market, elite Liberty coin specimens connected to historical mint anomalies are being valued at unbelievable prices. One such valuation that stunned experts reached $787.97645. This is not a rumor, not a fantasy number, but a reflection of collector demand, historical significance, and near-perfect condition. When demand rises and supply disappears, price has no ceiling. What makes Liberty coins worth so much money is not just age, but authenticity, condition, and story. Coins with sharp strikes, original luster, no cleaning marks, and rare mint characteristics can multiply in value overnight. Even microscopic details like lettering thickness, edge alignment, and metal composition can separate a common coin from a life-changing discovery. Many Liberty coins were melted down during economic hardship, especially during metal shortages and government recalls. That is why surviving examples are so rare today. Some were hidden in private vaults, some lost in estates, and some forgotten in drawers, waiting for the right moment to be rediscovered. Imagine holding something that survived when millions of others were destroyed. Collectors today are not just buying coins, they are buying time. A Liberty coin from the right year, the right mint, and the right condition is a frozen moment of history. Auction houses have reported aggressive bidding wars, where prices jump thousands of dollars in seconds. Wealthy collectors see Liberty coins as safer than stocks, because history never crashes. Another powerful factor driving Liberty coin prices is grading. Coins certified by top grading authorities gain instant credibility. A single grade point difference can mean a price jump of tens of thousands of dollars. That is why ungraded Liberty coins found today can be extremely dangerous to ignore. One wrong assumption can mean losing a fortune. The Liberty design itself carries emotional value. The flowing hair, the crown, the confident gaze, all remind people of a time when coins were art. Modern currency rarely carries this level of craftsmanship. That emotional connection fuels desire, and desire fuels price. What most people don't realize is that some Liberty coins are still hiding in plain sight. Estate sales, old collections, inherited boxes, and forgotten safes continue to produce surprises. Every year, new discoveries reshape the market. One unexpected Liberty coin can rewrite a family's future. If you own Liberty coins or think you might have one, never clean it. Cleaning destroys value instantly. Never polish it, never scratch it, and never assume it is common. Many priceless coins were destroyed by good intentions. Knowledge is protection. As we move deeper into the modern investment era, physical historical assets are becoming more powerful. Digital money comes and goes, but a Liberty coin will always exist, always matter, and always carry its story. That is why prices keep rising, and that is why serious collectors are always watching. The market today is stronger than ever. Demand is global, not just American. Collectors from Europe, Asia, and the Middle East are actively acquiring Liberty coins. When global demand meets limited supply, history turns into gold. This is not just about money. It is about holding something real, something that witnessed history and survived it. Liberty coins are no longer just currency, they are monuments. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more rare coin stories, market values, and hidden treasures, stay connected with the channel Coins. Because the next coin you ignore might be the one worth a fortune. Today we are diving deep into the world of Liberty coins, a story of freedom, art, rarity, and serious value that collectors dream about. This is not just about metal, this is about time, survival, and moments when a small coin can change a life forever. Liberty coins have always carried a special power because Liberty is not just a design, it is an idea, and for more than 2 centuries that idea has been stamped into American coinage, in ways that still move collectors today. When people talk about top Liberty coins, they are talking about beauty, history, and scarcity coming together in one place, and that combination is exactly why prices can explode far beyond face value. Liberty coins began their journey in the late 1700s when the young United States wanted its own identity, and Lady Liberty became the symbol of hope, independence, and strength. Early Liberty designs were hand-engraved, full of character, and no 2 dies were ever truly the same, which already makes these coins special. Fast forward through the decades and Liberty evolved from flowing hair to seated Liberty to the powerful walking Liberty design that many experts still call the most beautiful coin ever made in America. Collectors do not just buy these coins, they fall in love with them. Now let us talk about why certain Liberty coins are worth so much money today. Condition, rarity, and demand are the 3 kings here. Many Liberty coins were heavily used, lost, melted, or damaged, especially silver issues during hard economic times. When silver was needed more than history, that means high-grade examples are extremely rare, and when a rare date meets perfect condition, prices can go crazy, sometimes reaching hundreds of thousands of dollars in auctions. And yes, some Liberty-related coins have crossed the level of $700,000 depending on grade, provenance, and timing. The year 1983 is very interesting for Liberty collectors because while classic circulating Liberty designs were no longer being used by then, the Spirit of Liberty lived on through special issues, commemoratives and bullion-style coins that honored classic designs. Many collectors misunderstand this and think old value only comes from the 1800s, but that is not true. Certain 1983 Liberty-themed coins, medals and special strikes can carry strong value, especially when they are limited mintages, pristine condition or connected to important anniversaries. The market today looks very closely at these pieces because modern collectors are now competing with old-school collectors, and that pushes prices higher every single year. Current market value for Liberty coins is not fixed, it moves like the ocean. A common Liberty coin in worn condition may be affordable, but a rare date or a top-grade example can shock you. Auctions have proven again and again that Liberty coins with strong eye appeal, original surfaces and verified grading can reach extreme prices, sometimes moving close to figures that most people would never expect from a coin that fits in your palm. This is why Liberty coins are often called silent millionaires, hiding in collections drawers and old boxes. The history behind Liberty coins adds another layer of value. These coins lived through wars, economic crashes, industrial revolutions and cultural change. They passed through the hands of soldiers, workers and families. When you hold one, you are holding a witness to history, and collectors pay for that emotional connection as much as they pay for rarity. The walking Liberty design, for example, later inspired the modern American silver eagle, which shows how powerful the original artwork was and still is today. The Liberty coin market is stronger than ever. Grading services, global auctions and online platforms have opened the door for international buyers, which means more competition and higher prices, especially for top quality examples. Serious collectors are constantly hunting for the next upgrade, and that means even 1 point higher in grade can mean tens or hundreds of thousands more in value. This is where knowledge becomes money. Understanding dates, mint marks, strike, quality and originality separates casual buyers from smart investors. If you are holding a Liberty coin from any era, do not rush to sell, do not clean it, and do not underestimate it. Many fortunes were lost because someone thought a coin was ordinary when it was not. The smartest move is always research, authentication and patience. Liberty coins reward those who respect them. As we look to the future, Liberty coins are not going anywhere. Demand continues to grow. Younger collectors are entering the market, and the supply will never increase because these coins are no longer made. That simple truth alone makes Liberty coins one of the strongest long-term collectibles in the world. And whether it is a classic 19th century piece or a special Liberty issue connected to 1983, the potential is real, the history is real, and the money is very real. This is why Liberty coins remain at the top of the collector world. Beauty, freedom, history and value all locked into a single design, and this is exactly why on the Coins channel we say every coin has a story, but Liberty coins tell the loudest story of all. Today we are diving deep into the world of Liberty coins and one specific year that keeps collectors awake at night, the famous 1992 D coin. If you think modern coins are boring, stay with me till the end, because this story proves that even a simple looking coin from your pocket can carry history, mystery, and serious value. Liberty coins have always held a special place in American numismatics. The word Liberty is not just a design element, it represents freedom, power, and the identity of a nation. From early Liberty head designs to later issues carrying the spirit of independence, these coins were never just currency. They were symbols. Every Liberty coin tells a story of its time, its economy, and the people who used it every day. Now let's talk about the 1992 D coin, a date and mint mark combination that sounds ordinary at first but hides an extraordinary secret. Minted in Denver, millions of these coins were produced, and most of them are still only worth face value. But a very small number are different, and that difference is where the real magic begins. In 1992, a rare variation appeared that collectors later identified as one of the most valuable modern discoveries. This variation comes from a small design detail that most people would never notice unless they knew exactly what to look for. That tiny detail separates a common coin from a coin that can be worth an unbelievable amount of money. Some verified examples have sold for eye-opening prices, with values reported in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, and in extreme cases prices approaching around $700,000 depending on condition, rarity, and demand. What makes this Liberty-related coin so valuable is not just age, because 1992 is not that old. It is the combination of rarity, mint-era history, and collector demand. These coins were never meant to leave the mint in this form, yet a few escaped into circulation. That accident created a legend. Collectors call these kinds of coins sleepers, because for years they were hiding in plain sight, spent in shops, dropped in jars, and ignored by people who had no idea what they were holding. The history behind Liberty designs adds even more weight to the value. Liberty imagery has evolved over time, reflecting changes in politics, art, and national pride. By the early 1990s, coin production was highly controlled, so any mistake was rare by default. When a mistake ties back to a Liberty-era design philosophy, collectors go crazy, because it connects modern minting to classic traditions. Market value today is driven by a few powerful forces. First is condition. A coin in near-perfect state can multiply its value many times over. Second is authentication. Once a coin is confirmed by experts, confidence in the market skyrockets. Third is storytelling. Coins like the 1992 Liberty-related issue are not just metal, they are conversation pieces. Every collector wants to own a piece of a famous discovery. Right now, the market for rare Liberty coins and rare modern varieties is hotter than ever. New collectors are entering the hobby every day, and seasoned investors are shifting money from traditional assets into tangible collectibles. Coins have one huge advantage: they are finite. No more can ever be made from that year, that mint, and that mistake. When demand rises and supply stays frozen, prices naturally climb. What makes this story even more exciting is the possibility factor. Some of these coins may still be out there. They could be sitting in old collections, forgotten boxes, or even mixed with regular change. That hope is what keeps collectors searching rolls, attending coin shows, and watching channels like Coins.so. Next time you see a 1992 coin, do not dismiss it. Look closer. Learn the details. Understand the history. Liberty coins reward knowledge, patience, and curiosity. One small difference can turn an everyday coin into a treasure worth more than most cars or even houses. This is why Liberty coins continue to dominate headlines and auctions. They connect the past to the present and sometimes change the future of the person who finds them. If you love coins, history, and the thrill of discovery, you are in the right place.